So I'm just going to go over some of the common challenges that we're seeing in the space right now, and really it's resulting from a higher expectation from our customers. So a recent survey that we ran across the globe, 73% of our customers expect companies to understand their unique business needs, and so it's pretty critical for us to understand that in order to create a seamless experience across all touch points and drive acquisition, expansion, and retention. But there are definitely some gaps that we see, and in order to kind of achieve those objectives, you got to close those. And really some of those gaps that our marketing, sales, and service teams are seeing are dealing with legacy technology or different tools being used by different business units. It's creating complexities with the data, also keeping that data siloed. And ultimately, this is leading to disconnected, negative customer experiences. From an operational standpoint, marketing teams are being challenged with demonstrating the value that they're bringing to these teams. And whether that's driving top of funnel or post-sale engagement, marketers struggle to deliver highly valuable leads to sales, measure engagement, and deliver deep insights to their sales and service team so that they can stay laser focused on kind of putting the customer at the center of everything that they do. So the biggest challenge here is that companies that don't have these kind of systems in place or that streamlined platform, they're often spending upward toward 20% more on their marketing efforts to acquire, engage, and retain customers. So I'm going to walk you through the how and kind of under the hood how the Salesforce platform enables our teams or our customers to do this. And starting from the left side of the platform, when we look at some of those big challenges that I had mentioned early on about disconnected systems and siloed customer data, well, it's really having a platform that's able to ingest that data, whether it's from your CRM, whether it's from your website, whether there's third-party or other enterprise systems that you're looking for that has key piece of the puzzle in creating that rich customer profile. That can all be harmonized within the Salesforce platform and then built to create a single unified profile so that marketing, sales, and service are all working off of that same profile. And as we kind of move from there onto the journey and orchestration side of the marketing platform, this is kind of where the magic comes in. And having that customer data or that rich profile and the ability to automate your segmentation at a one-to-one level really does start to personalize the journey. So, whether that's through lead nurturing, webinars and workshops, or transactional messaging, promotional offers on products or services, or if there's renewals that are coming up that triggers an event or journey. So it's really setting up your customers to have those conversations or those direct engagements with your sales and service team members. As we move on to kind of the engagement channels, this is kind of another avenue that's a competitive advantage of the Salesforce platform of being able to meet the customers where they want to engage with you. So whether that's on mobile, social, email, in-person, or direct engagement through the sales or service team, what their preference is and when to engage with them. So whether that's send time optimization or engagement scoring, so content is really relevant to them, the platform is able to deliver that. And at the end of the day, when you tie that all back, it's the analytics that is always on. That's looking at what are the successful behaviors of the cycle or the full customer journey, and then refining that and making recommendations to improve that as you start kind of at the beginning of the cycle with your customers. So it's always thinking about what can we do better and serving up your sales, service, and marketing teams with next best actions and things that are going to help move your customer along and ultimately drive acquisition, retention, and that's kind of the end goal of that sales cycle.
Really appreciate that, Greg. And I think what you mentioned there in terms of how long it takes to actually engage a client and what it takes to really find, win, and keep them, all of this really ties that together. And when we go to the next section here, what I really want to cover is some of the key capabilities that Greg has mentioned and really doubling down on what actual capabilities customers are leveraging. And it all starts with how to enable account-based marketing for your clients. And this is really to identify, key accounts, identify how you want to engage with them, and also measure the effectiveness of those campaigns that you're engaging your clients through. And the main goal there is obviously to win new business, but also grow existing relationships across your value chain. And that all starts with content. Obviously, content is a big part of any account-based marketing or any marketing engagement strategy, and having the right tools and the right channels, whether that's email, whether that's landing pages, whether that's having gated content, for example, like a webinar, being able to create that content and then be able to report effectively on how that content is performing are all capabilities which are built right into the account-based marketing platform offered by Salesforce. And when we take that forward, as Greg was mentioning around the orchestration and how we actually put that into and create that into a real picture, what we want to be able to do is have flexibility in how you actually engage your clients. So depending on the type of journey that you want to take your client on, whether that's a top of mind nurturing campaign or a retention campaign, you're able to really create and tailor those experiences for those specific clients, and that's at scale. So you're taking a lot more time off of your direct sales teams to really put that time into an automated engine that's going to be coordinating that effort across your value chain. And then when it comes to really interesting capabilities around scoring and grading, I have a really funny story about this scoring and grading capability. But effectively, what it allows you to do is determine, who you're interested in, what clients do you want to focus in on, and how are they engaging with you. So if you think of a grade, it's, if I was a student and I was studying a research project and I wanted to search on Tesla's, Tesla's products, as a student, I might not necessarily have the budget, timing to actually purchase that. So that's a way that you can actually grade and tier your customers. And that's how you can, adjust your go-to-market. Then on the other side is scoring. So how do you then ensure, I might be, clicking around and I'm really engaged and that's a high score, but I'm not necessarily the ideal customer. So those two things can go hand in hand. So you can target the right customer proactively, but also monitor how they're engaging with you proactively as well. And to tie that together, and we're going to go through all of this when Aaron walks through the workshop, but how do you unify this with account-based marketing analytics? So being able to see and view the performance of your collateral across your value chain, across accounts specifically, and the contacts in those accounts. So that's one of the areas that we see tremendous value from clients being able to leverage that.